in our culture, there's so many things that are set up to stop us from connecting directly with each other. Like if you go to a bar, we take this for granted. If you go to a bar, it's dark, there's really loud music playing. Right. Because if it were quiet and there were good light, people would get freaked out to have to deal with each other so directly. Right. Yeah, and the having that keyboard between people is another aspect of that, or having a TV on wherever you are, so you can just kind of watch the TV and avoid engaging with people.
Look at me! Look at me!
Cool, so I'm just going to talk about the worlds that people live in and how they react to other people's worlds. So basically, like, we all have our own little simulation of the world in our heads, or our understanding of the world, and everyone kind of differs a little bit on it. Like, you get some people who'll group together because they agree on one particular part of the model of the world, but generally speaking, all of our worlds are going to be pretty subjective, and I don't think anyone's got like the right view or the right simulation. It's kind of impossible to. So I was just thinking, like, today, it's kind of, would it be more interesting if, rather than argue with each other about, nah, your view of the world's totally wrong, you've got it all wrong because of this and that, and this is what's wrong with your model of the world, you know, like, here's where the contradictions are. Maybe it'd be more interesting for everyone involved if we sort of just took an interest in it rather than trying to dominate or attack it. So, like, just thinking, for instance, like, there's a YouTuber I follow who thinks, like, he sort of sees a lot of white supremacy everywhere, like in American culture and stuff, and who am I to say that that's wrong? In his world, that's what he sees, so it's real to him, and maybe it'd be better if I just took an interest in, like, oh really, so you think that? Well, tell me about it, like an interest in his world, rather than go, nah, you got it wrong, mate, you're fucking paranoid, or you're stuck in the past. And the same goes for anything, like, you know, someone might fully believe in aliens or something, and maybe it'd be more interesting just to talk to them and go, oh, like, well, tell us about this view, you know, tell us about the world you live in. Kind of like if you go to another culture, right? You go on holiday somewhere and it's like a totally different culture. Like, you're not going to try and convince those people that your culture's right. You're going to take an interest in their world and their culture. So maybe we could do that with other people's worlds. Be a bit more interested in them and a little less confrontational about them. But then I suppose it's just natural. It's the way that we have to protect our own models of the world, and because I don't think people like to feel lost in the world and that they don't know what the fuck's going on, and that they have no idea, which really is probably the truth. Like, probably none of us know fuck all, and we're all completely wrong. So maybe a little defense mechanism to support a stable view or stable model. Doesn't matter what the model is, if it's stable it's going to be better, is to defend it, and to defend it by attacking other world views or something, you know. I don't know if that makes any sense, just thinking about it. I mean, it's nice to think it, but it's not going to happen. It's kind of more interesting if everyone has a bit of a conflict and all that, if everyone's kind of got along, nice as it may be. I don't know, maybe it'd be boring. That's about it. Yeah, what like initially got me thinking about this was my kind of view about the flyboard air being a fake. I mean, that's pretty out there for a lot of people. It could be completely wrong, I could be completely nuts, but what I've found is people get really upset by my view and kind of sort of attack it, rather than go, oh really, like, wow, you actually think it's not real, that's interesting. please tell us about it. You know, you might say you're fucking crazy, but I'm interested in what your crazy is like. It's not like that. Well, people kind of attack it, and to be honest, like, I completely welcome that. I think a bit of feedback and testing your ideas is good. Otherwise, you can disappear completely up your own arse, and maybe that's not a good thing if you want to live in a similar world to other people. If your model of the world wants to be a bit similar to other people's, but yeah, that's what got me thinking about it. It's like, and thinking, well, I'll do the same. You know, like I'll see someone who's got some opinion, some belief in there. I'll kind of find myself attacking it rather than taking an interest in it. So yeah, cool. That's it. Why do cows have bells? That's because the horns don't work.
Dear Mrs. Cow, dear Mrs. Cow, I'd like to thank you for all that you produce. Today my teacher has taught us all about your body working hard all day long. You give us milk and milk caramel and the butter that I always eat with bread. You give us cheese that helps us grow and the yogurt for my brother. Dear Mrs. Cow, you do know how to work. You give us milk.
Questo è un privilegio che vi impone dei particolari doveri. Noi fummo grandi quando dominammo il mare. Roma non poté arrivare all'impero prima di avere schiacciato la potenza marittima di Cartagine. Perché il Mediterraneo, che non è un oceano, e che ha due sbocchi soli, vigilati da altrui, perché il Mediterraneo non sia il carcere